would like to close the conversation. I'd like to take this time to wish all of our teams at the Nationals this week in Halifax, Port New Brunswick and Nova Scotia, good luck. And all the best to the candidate teams. Prior to the opening face-off, the Bulls Lacrosse Association will honor the creator's name by presenting the acknowledgement of Mi'kmaq territory and the Mi'kmaq honor song. Please, if you're able, rise, take off your headgear, and direct your attention to the flags at the entrance of the arena for the presentation of the acknowledgement and the honor song.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Prior to the singing of our national anthem, the ECJLL would like to acknowledge that the land on which we gather is the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. Acknowledging that we are in the traditional ancestral territory of the Mi'kmaq people is a way of showing respect for and honoring our shared history and shared treaty relationship. Our relationship based on peace and friendship. It is very important that we continue to recognize our shared history.
Please, if you're able, remain standing for the presentation of the vote count.
Welcome back, everybody. Here we are at the Den in the lower Sackville Arena, getting set for Game 4, the best of 5 for the ECJLL championship here. Today, it's your Sackville Wolves are coming in with 2-1, and the Rapids are going to be looking to extend this to an all-deciding Game 5 here today. My name's Larry McVicker. Larry Cherry is the kids calling. I'll be doing your play-by-play today. I'm joined here by our super color guy, Brendan Smithson. Hey, Brendan, thanks for coming back.
Larry, it's great to be back again. It was less than 24 hours, and we're already back in this building, and it's been an exciting one. Yesterday was a one-goal game. We'll see what comes out tonight. I know both teams are hyped for this. Wolves want to take it on home floor, and Rapids want to send it to Game 5, so it's going to be a great one.
Here we go, Hall. Open quickly on it. Alcorn looking to get it for the Rapids. Down low, Wheatley. Bissett comes up with the ball. Bissett and the Rapids in the offensive zone, right off the hop. Gives it off to Webster. Webster sets up the offense. Back up top to Moffitt. Crossover. Bissett looking for a lane. Kept to the outside. Looking for the return to Aldridge. Passed in.
Nice try there. Aldridge had a game last onset yesterday, so they're definitely trying to get him open. Using it off, especially Mason, coming around the outside. So good set for the Rapids on the first one.
Here we go. McKay takes it down low. For Sackville on the offense. Cross for Hollett. Hollett looking for a way in. Turned aside by Johnson. Hollett again. Pass to play it back up top to Wheatley. Wheatley back down low to McCarron, but that was in feet. And a loose ball, and that'll do it as the Rapids come back out of the zone.
Good start by the Rapids as well. Solid defense there. It's a good movement from the Wolves. I think both teams are ready to go. Don't see a lot of nerves. It's great.
Hands it off. That is Moffitt. Hands it off to Aldridge. Off to, looks like Webster trying to find an option. Up to Mason. Mason has to take it off the bounce. Number 8. Normando forces back out the zone.
Just so everybody at home knows, no call there. What they had said is the Wolves player had tipped it, which is why it went over. There's no back over on that play. But 30 ran up. Wolves are going to get it back.
Here we go. Score 0-0. Monroe brings it in for Sackville. Sackville. Pass across. That's off a couple of sticks and into the corner. Picked up by 16, but he's 2-teen. Normando comes up with the ball. Normando looks for the shot. That goes wide as the seconds tick down on the shot clock. And number 2, Allen, will bring it out for the Rapids.
I said no nerves, then 2 people dropped the ball in the next 2 plays, so maybe we're just getting our way into it there, but both offenses moving, so this is good to see.
Pizzette hands it off to Aldridge. Aldridge cross for Mason. Mason with the hammer, and the save made by Doyle. Puma trying to find the handle on that ball as the time ticks down. Santapia, and 10 seconds expires.
Just a little bit of unfortunate ball handling there. A little bit of pressure caused that turnover. Noticing on the matchups, Puma is locked up on Bissett, which he wasn't yesterday. And then Aldridge looks like he has Santapia.
Right, Aldridge takes it around behind the net. Back up to Bissett. Bissett hammers a shot and a save by Doyle.
It's a big save early on for Doyle to get it right in this game. He had a little bit of a slow start yesterday, so really excited to see that save right off the bat.
Yeah, Murphy brings it out, hands it off to McKay. Over to McCarron. McCarron to Wheatley. Wheatley now brings it deeper into the zone. Wheatley gets the pick from Kennedy. Wheatley trying to work his way in. Forced to the outside by Johnson. Wheatley looking for get across. McCarron can't get the handle on it. Number 10, Casey for the Rapids, will come up with a loose ball. Bring it back out. Mason starts off the offense. Mason for the Rapids. Up, hammers a shot, and Doyle makes that save off the legs. Rapids regain control. McCausland with the ball. McCausland trying to find a lane in. Back to Bissett. Bissett. Cross for Mason. Mason hammers a shot. That goes wide. As
Rapids adding a lot of pressure on the clear to start this off. Feel they saw something in the video there, so great job by the Rapids on the pressure, getting extra offensive chances.
Aldridge to Mason. That's Moffitt, sorry. No, Mason. 72 and 12 are hard to pick out from up here.
Yes. One thing I'll tell you about Mason, is always the tallest guy on the floor.
Oh, there you go. Bissett turns, fires, that's wide. McCausland had the ball momentarily, but now it's over. And Normando coming down, Normando can't get around 22 as McKinnon turns Normando to the boards. Pops the ball loose. St. Hilaire looking for that loose ball. That's picked up now. It's 23 siding. Gets that into the zone. Puma.
Unfortunate for the Rapids there. Player thought it was back over, so made a one-handed play. They'd waved it off, though. Could have had an opportunity to hold that. Worked out for the Wolves.
Hey, McCarron with the ball as McCarron takes it to the corner, looking for some options. Passes across corner to Wheatley. Wheatley looking for a way in the end. Wheatley tries over the shoulder. That's a save by Fletcher and goes up and out of play.
Great move by Wheatley. They tried that yesterday, was quite successful, so going back to the well again. Good start.
Here we go. Moffat plays it up to Aldridge. Back to Moffat. Moffat cross for Bissett. Bissett rolls up top. Looking back to Aldridge. And a nice defensive play there by the Wolves.
Great pickup by the Wolves there. Saw that spin move. He was waiting for him to get run over. Great job by the defense.
McKay brings it in for the Wolves now. Still 0-0 in this game 4. Back up to Wheatley. Wheatley across to... That was St. Hilaire. Back to Wheatley. Monroe fires a shot. That goes wide. As the ball bounces out of play.
So note, the Wolves don't have a shot on net yet, so Fletcher hasn't been tested. It's a long time. He's probably getting antsy. He wants that shot, so if the Wolves can make that a strong shot, got a great chance on it.
Aldridge starts off the offense for the Rapids. Aldridge passing. Another good defensive play as Bissett trying to get in the slot. Scoop and go goes to Normando for the Wolves. Normando pass across, and Wheatley couldn't take it on the offhand.
Great vision by Normando to wait for Wheatley. Unfortunately, Wheatley couldn't get a handle of it.
Here we go, end to end now as McIntyre hands it off to Mason. Mason will slow it down, set up the offense, up to Bissett. Bissett jogs over to the corners, motion in behind the net. Bissett heads for the net and turned aside. That was
nice face dodge by Bissett. That's one of his key moves there. Wolves being much more physical today, which I think is going to wear down the Rapids. So that's how they want to play defense. Be very physical with the Rapids.
Candy with the ball, trying to get the pass to McKay on the move. Doesn't work, and picked up by Williams. Looking to come out of the zone, but Hall it right in there, making life difficult for the Rapids. But they'll get the ball out of the zone. Up to Mason, stepping off the bench. Mason slows it down, setting up the offense again. Joined by Webster, Moffat. Mason sees route in. Mason right in tight. Scores!
Nice goal by Mason there, coming right across. You know, defense just didn't have a slide there, and you can't let Mason walk in. Top scorer in the league. Buries that on a bounce spot on Doyle. As you can see here, Mason on the sideboards. He's taking his time. Just finds that, not able to get the angle there. Takes that down. They expected Mason to use the pick and come up over the top. Slipped down low right across in front and no help from the weak side. Able to cause a goal there. So great move by Mason in the net. It's exactly how the Rapids wanted to get started. Shots are 5-0 for the Rapids and it's 1-0. So we'll see how the Wolves respond.
Here we go. Off the face-off. Coming in quick as Wheatley. Wheatley scores and answers back for the Wolves.
As I said, how would they respond? Very quickly, clearly. Right off the face-off, they created a 3-on-2. Wheatley coming late. He had that 2-on-1 earlier. They didn't capitalize. This time he gets the pass coming across and buries it in the back of the net. Absolutely beautiful. So face-off win by Alex Hall. Goes to Cooper Puma. You see there's McCarron in front of him, and they don't see the trailer coming. Wheatley bounces it on the far side. Beautiful goal. Telling kids, those trailers are the most dangerous people. Everyone tries to stay level, but when you come from behind, the defense can't pick it up. Got some action going here. Aldridge and looks like Wheatley trying to have some fun.
Yeah. So 1-1's the score. 12:40 remaining in the first period of this game 4. As Hall and Moffat back at work at center. Battle for the loose ball. Aldridge chases that down for the Rapids. Comes up with a one-handed scoop. And now he'll set up the offense. Tried the hidden ball trick. And Puma wasn't going for it. Here we go. Mason rolling out from down low. Webster trying to set a pick for him. Mason across, looking for McCausland, but doesn't connect. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. McCausland looking for the return, but that's scooped up in the crease by
Great
Doyle.
off-ball movement by the Rapids there. Did have a chance in front. Pass was just a little out of his way, but nice pick and roll in on off-ball. Great work.
Now St. Hilaire with the ball for Sackville. Yes, with the cross. Monroe trying to find a route in. Being kept to the outside by number 16. Back up for St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire look for another. St. Hilaire fires a long shot. And
long shot,
Fletcher.
nice save by Fletcher. He really wanted that one, and the first one went in on him, so he needed to make a big one. Great stop.
Wait, across for Monroe. Monroe gets the pick from Kennedy. Monroe puts the shot in. Another save by Fletcher, who controls it. No rebound.
2 opportunities in there. I'd like to see a little bit more east to west from the Wolves. They're going straight at him. It's going to be hard to beat Fletcher straight on, so we got to get some balls moving east to west if they're trying to be successful on the offensive side.
McIntyre coming in for the offense on the Rapids here. Long shot by Webster, and he finds it.
What a beautiful goal there. Well, we just talked about the east to west the Wolves aren't doing. Rapids have been doing a lot in the pass there across the floor. Has Doyle coming over. He comes back, causes him to move and shift his body to one way and shoots back to where he was from. It puts it right in at the knee. It's a really hard stop for the goalie to make on that, and you can't let the Rapids come over the top. I know everybody says it's so easy. Why don't you stand in front of the top? But Drew Mason's first goal was down on the baseline. So when you try to cover the top, they go both ways. Rapids are dangerous from anywhere on the floor. Defense has got to be reactive in terms of what they're looking at.
Oh, Puma had it, but the stick and ball taken right out. Here are the Rapids, right in. Tyus Johnson! And that went up and over. Rapids back up with the ball. Back out to Webster. Webster passes across for Bissett. Bissett. Got some hand signals there trying to call a play. Bissett trying to get around Normando, but turned aside by Doyle. Back up top for McCausland. Shot in. That's a save by Doyle.
Doyle's had 9 shots already. He is absolutely on fire. They're going to need him tonight.
Puma right in on Aldridge. Aldridge able to fight that one off, maintain control. Pass back to Mason. Mason looking for McCausland right on the doorstep, and a big save.
Big save. Doyle's 10th save of the night. He's been unreal. That happened because one of the Wolves players' chin strap came undone, and it was a 5-on-4. And trying to shift into that, Rapids took full advantage, but beautiful stop by Doyle.
McKay coming in for the Wolves. McKay looking for a route in. Is up across for Hollett. Hollett trying to get back to Normando, but that's knocked down by Casey. Casey behind the back pass. 2-on-0 coming in by the Rapids as Elkhorn fires that one home.
Beautiful goal by the Rapids. They have been adding so much pressure in the transition on the offensive side. They're trying to create turnovers. They did there on the last man, and then there's no one behind to catch him. And so obviously he gets a breakaway. It's Tony 5. Not sure who that was.
Yeah, it's Elkhorn.
That's O'Coin. He had 2 yesterday as well. Had the opportunity to break away and buried it on the far side of Doyle. I mean, nothing you can say on Doyle on that one. He's got 2 guys coming in on him. He's got to pick which one it is, but great goal on that. We're in our media timeout now. I know the Wolves coaches are going to have a conversation about just calm down, boys. It's all right. All right, well, offense needs to get going a bit. Defense was physical, has backed off. Needs to get back to that physical game to get back into this one. It's, like yesterday was 5-2. The Wolves came back, so this is not unusual. But Doyle has been keeping them in this one right now. He's been unbelievable in the first 5. And the coaching staff on the Rapids clearly last night said, we want you to pressure everyone with the ball as hard as possible and create those doubles. They've been creating those opportunities and creating turnovers, so creating more chances. So the Wolves are going to have to realize that as soon as they pick up the ball, there's going to be a man right on you. You need to move it quickly. It could create some fast break opportunities, which is what you're hoping for.
And I hope everybody's enjoying this. If you're watching this, of course, you're watching this on Maritime Athletic Profiles, but that's not possible without sponsors like Seafort Capital. Thank you, Seafort Capital, for making this possible and get all this great production from Maritime Athletic Profiles. Check them out on YouTube anytime. There's always a game on the go. Here we go. Wheatley back up over center for the Wolves as they find themselves down 3-1 in this game 4. St. Hilaire over McCarron over the top, hammers one, but that's counts as up and out of play.
Great start by the Wolves there. That timeout came over and shot over the screen. It wasn't successful, but those are shots that are going to go in, so that's what you want to do.
Mason coming in for the Rapids, starting off on the offense. Mason Kept to the outside. Gets it across. 22, that's a new one. McKinnon. Back over to Bissett. Bissett in with the shot as McCausland was setting the pick there. But Doyle was able to pick that up. A little bit of a misplay as Alcorn, no, that's not Alcorn. Brooks able to pick that one up. Lays it back up the floor. Mason and the Rapids start off on the offense again. Up to Aldridge. Aldridge takes it to the corner. Aldridge trying to beat Normando. Shot to the side and a save as Doyle able to come across and block that. I believe that was Webster that had the shot on there. As Santa Fe plays it up. That was Heaslip playing it up actually to Wheatley. Wheatley across for McCarron. Down low now for Normando. Normando trying to get it to McKay at the doorstep, but he was covered, and back out come the Rapids. As Williams hustles down the floor. Plays it back to Moffat. Moffat and the Rapids setting up the offense again, leading 3-1 with 8 minutes remaining in the first period. Here we go. Don't know what all those head gestures mean, but he's got a plan. Over to Bissett. Bissett trying to get around Puma. Bissett driving his way in. Bissett one-handed. And Doyle able to make the save on that as Webster collects the ball. A fresh 30 on the clock for the Rapids as Aldridge plays it back across for Moffat. Back to Aldridge. Back across for Mason. Mason lines up. Shot. And that's knocked down in front. And Doyle will carry that into the crease.
Just want to note that play by Bissick there in terms of offensive player of the year. One-handed coming in, having a great chance. For kids, how does he do that? It's going in the gym and being a physical guy. He is big and can push you off as a defender.
Wheatley hammers a shot that goes wide, and that bounces all the way back down the floor. As Scaplin will be in there. I think his younger sister just played a game for New Brunswick earlier today at the Canada Games. Scaplin back up to Bissett. Cross for Mason. Mason loads up, doesn't see a lane. Heaslip is in the middle there. And that's a bouncing ball played by Doyle. Looking to get it up. Here we go. The Wolves.
So just noticing on the far side there, Larry, you got Team New Brunswick. Looks like their U13 team here tonight. Was good luck for the Wolves last night, so we'll see what happens today.
All right, McCarron over to Hollett. Hollett. Is that a shot by, yeah, McKay just missed on that one. As the shot clock's going to expire, McCarron has to leave the ball.
I don't know if that was for McKay intended, but having two guys there, and Wolves definitely looking for a penalty there on the inside, but no call on this one. I like the east to west. They got to get it going sideways and get Fletcher moving. He's an acrobatic goalie, as we said yesterday, so straight on shots aren't going to beat him very much.
Here you go, the Rapids from behind the net, pass out front. Looking for Mason, but doesn't connect. That'll be a back over, so it'll be Wolves ball. As Wheatley will go collect that. Shots are 14-3 in favor of the Rapids, and they're leading 3-1. And Wheatley up to Waite. Waite, cross corner to Monroe. Monroe looking in. Monroe with the low shot. That's a miss. Has picked up on the run. Coming in is the Rapids. Fires. Puts it home in the transition again. Brooks.
Brooks getting that one. That was, I got to say, that was just a bit of laziness by the offense on the Wolves. Outside shot that goes wide off the boards, and not a single player came back on the shot. The Rapids are the best transition team in this league, and one of the Brooks just started running, picked it up, and walked in alone. They're seeing something as Doyle's going down, because you can see they're shooting right by where the knee would be as he goes down, which is the best place to shoot at. Not doing anything fancy, just walking in and shooting and able to beat them. So Wolves got to pick it up and move their feet a bit.
Hall and Moffat back at the, and now go to the boards, picked up by McKinnon. McKinnon for the Rapids, coming back into the offensive zone. Up to Aldridge. Aldridge with the ball, having a look, plays it back to Mason. Mason joining the party now, lines up for the shot, and he puts it home.
Oh, the outside shot there by Mason, one of the best shooters. I think Doyle was a bit surprised by it. I think he'd want that one back. I think he had a chance at it. but the Rapids are just firing right now. They're on a big run. You can see Mason coming off the bench, just wiring it a little bit over the screen, but I think Doyle, if he saw that, would have said he should have had that one, but I got to say he's had a lot of shots in this first period already, so I'm not blaming Doyle on anything for sure, but Wolves got to get going. They got to get some offensive sets. They got to get some shots on the net. Rapids are in a chance of running away with it here, which the Wolves want to stay close, at least in this period.
That's a pass knocked down as Puma. A forecheck by the Rapids, paying off as Alcorn tries to get it out from the corner. Plays it back in behind the net. Here we go, mystery player. I think that might be Webster rolling out there. No, that's Johnson on the offense. And Bissett, his shot goes wide. And that bounces up and out of play and towards us.
Well, the Wolves are going to see where their offense, after a couple of goals scored against, they really need to set this up. They need to hit the net. They've been missing the net a lot. They've probably been shooting about 20% on the net, so they got to get these to the net.
Darren trying to fight through, can't get the shot away. It looks like a penalty coming here. It's a battle for the loose ball in the corner. And
I said they got to get going. Sure enough, they get a power play right out of it. Who does it? McCarron does a bit of a give and go, which they were really successful on yesterday. Takes a high stick to the head as he was coming through on that move there, and so they're going to go to the power play. And when you're struggling to get your offensive going, there's nothing better than getting a power play chance where you get those opportunities to get those open lanes and open shots and see what they're going to draw up on this one. So great opportunity for the Wolves to get right back into this. Last time this happened, I think they scored 3 in a row, so we'll see how this goes.
Well, that's what they'll be hoping for here is play back Hollett to Wheatley. Wheatley over to Monroe. Monroe trying to find Hollett on the other side, and pass gets deflected. As able to hold it into the crease is Fletcher. Fletcher able to get it out in time. But the 10 seconds expire in the zone.
Oh, great pressure by the Wolves there to get that. And then Ryan Johnson from the Rapids comes over the line, knows it's a whistle, doesn't just put it down, puts it down and then interferes with the defender. So when you're watching it, Curtin Monroe's trying to sweep in to come get it, and he just steps right in front of him, so he has a delay. That's automatic delay of game. You have to let him pick up the ball and let him go up the floor, which Ryan Johnson didn't do that. So they got a 5-on-3 now. Great opportunity here.
So a 5-on-3 opportunity for the Wolves, down 5-1. Gets it across to Wheatley. Wheatley to McKay. McKay right at the corner, back up to Wheatley. Wheatley over for Hollett, trying to find McKay. Cross. It doesn't make connection to McCarron. As Hollett picks that up again. 10 seconds left on shot clock. As Hollett, he's being accosted, gets it back to Wheatley. Wheatley winds up with a shot. And Fletcher makes the save and holds on.
Oh, they got another one here. So from the penalty box, I think it was Johnson was not happy with that. One of the two guys, I assume, was Johnson because he just got in there. He's going to take it unsportsmanlike, so he's going to get another 2 minutes on top of what he already had. So we're going to be 5-on-3 for 1:09, and then it'll be about 2:20 that they'll be up 5-on-4 again. So I think they're adding to his penalty now. So they're going to get quite a lengthy power play here. Opportunity for 3 goals. 3 goals on this one. So great opportunity for the Wolves to be able to take advantage of this if they can.
I'm just going to trust your math on that one.
Well, so if they score now, they score in the 109. That's the first penalty. So then they'll go down to a 5-on-4. But because he has 2 penalties, so he has the first one that he got for the delay of game. If they score, they can score on that, and then that'll go down to 2 minutes and they can score a third time.
So Wheatley coming in. Wheatley, McKay, Wheatley. Wheatley across to Hollett, down low for McCarron. McCarron in tight, trying to sneak that one by, and Fletcher turns that aside. Loose ball bouncing as Fletcher able to scoop that up. Now Fletcher looking to get it out. Wolves with advantage, and the 10 seconds expire.
Great pressure by the Wolves there.
And McKay holds up. McKay walks in front, shot, and scores!
Beautiful goal by McKay. When you're doing the 4-on-3, you're playing one defender low who's got to cover both guys, and he just held out too long, and McKay walked out front, was looking for the cross-keys pass, bounced it far side around Fletcher. Absolutely beautiful goal by McKay. He had some big ones yesterday, gets another one. So there you go, first one. They've got 3 chances. One goes down. They're going to be on the 5-on-3 for 2:59. If they can score in that 59 seconds, he will still remain in the penalty box for his other 2 minutes and have a third chance to get one. So we'll see what they drop here. But we are back to a 5-on-4 right now. So 5-on-4 opportunity for the Wolves as it's 5-2 now.
So here we are, a battle at the center. Brought back, picked up by Santapia. Played up to Wheatley as the offense come on. Wheatley across to McCarron. Back to Wheatley. Down low for Monroe to McKay. McKay up top to Wheatley. Wheatley across to McCarron. Back to Wheatley. Looking for Hullett. Hullett cross for Monroe. Monroe doesn't have a lane. McCarron puts a low shot in. That's deflected aside. Cross for McKay. McKay turns, fires, and scores!
2 in a row for McKay, back to back. That was some of the best ball movement I've seen from the Wolves all day today. Everyone touched the ball. They're skipping passes, so you can see it's not just to the next guy beside them. They skip a bunch of players, and that forces Fletcher to take a massive step out. He came out just a little off angle and was able to bury it on the far side. He got a piece of it, but not enough. I've actually got to also acknowledge I'm quite impressed with the Rapid short man. Yesterday they were standing back and letting them come at him. Today they're starting to pressure them. You know, it has disadvantages of the term. You get these opportunities like they just got, but you're not letting them just sit there. So Wolves starting to feel it now. They still got a power play. They got 2 minutes on the 5-on-4 again. Just looking for their third. It's 5-3 now.
Wheatley with the ball for the Wolves as they remain on the 5-on-4. Gives it off to Monroe. Monroe down low to McKay. McKay across for McCarron. Over to Hullett. Back up top to Wheatley. Cross to Monroe. Monroe looking for a lane. Can't find one. Monroe back up to Wheatley. Wheatley. Monroe. Wheatley in motion. Monroe across the top. Monroe! High. And that's deflected by the defender. And Fletcher able to pick that one up. And
great read by the Rapids there. Coming across. Saw Carter on the pick. Great read.
McKinnon coming in. Looking to kill off some time. Minute 16 left in the power play as McKinnon looks to kill off the 15 seconds remaining in this on the shot clock here. There's a shot wide, and they'll let that go. With the buzzer going, they should get that possession in their zone, right?
Yeah, I was watching over here. There's a couple guys going at it, but
see, I have to follow the ball. You get to actually watch the game.
Watching the garbage behind the play.
Monroe to McKay, up top to Wheatley, cross to McCarron, back to Wheatley. Wheatley looking for a lane. Wheatley fires! Oh!
Beautiful. Just an absolute outside laser from Wheatley, who's been unbelievable in these playoffs. Had a little bit of a slow start this game, couldn't hit the net. They're trying to shoot for that bottom corner. You can see cross. That's the third one in a row that's gone in on that side, and Wheatley just absolutely buries that. They've been running this play all week with the pick across the top. He shot it actually through the screen, which delayed it a bit. Beautiful goal by Wheatley. What did I say in that power play? They could score 3 times, and what happens? 3 goals, and it's 5-4. So that actually beautiful. I did want to acknowledge on that second goal there, that was a beautiful pass by Hallett, seeing through 2 defenders.
Here we go, Wheatley rushing again. One-handed pass over to McCarron, but he can't complete the shot. Here we go. Fletcher back up with it as we're back to 5-on-5. Wolves took full advantage of the 3 power play goals, put them right back into this game. Down by 1 is Wolves. Pass that over. Aldridge looking for a cross. Doesn't make contact to Mason. Loose ball. Aldridge able to collect that back up. Aldridge, fresh 30 on the clock as the ball slips out. Loose ball. As Mont able to pick that up. Mont protects the ball and brings it into the offensive zone. 10 seconds left in the period. Mont up to Monroe. Monroe turns, fires! He was looking for that corner. Fletcher took it away.
It was there. It was right there.
And that'll do it for the first period of play.
Great first period here, Larry. I think the Wolves got to be super happy being down 5-1, only having 3 shots on the net to come out 5-4 after those power play opportunities. The first two games here in Sackville, I've been finding they've taken a little while to get going, but they got that going on that power play and it's changed the game.
All right, well, stick around, everybody. It's 5-4. Was it Rapids leading over the Wolves, but we got a guest, we'll have Jack DeLong for an interview in a few minutes. And so we'll go down, I'll meet him on the floor, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes, and we'll see some, some commercials from our sponsors as well. I'll see you in a couple of minutes, everybody.
Sam.
Hey, Mom.
Are you done?
Yeah, I just finished practice.
Your showcase has been cancelled.
They canceled it? But how will they see me play?
Saw your video and loved it. Welcome to the team.
Athletes train to persevere. Success can still be achieved even when the odds are against you. I use media to reach success. Fight for your dreams. You've got this.
I'm joined here by Jack DeLong, former Wolf, and thanks for coming out, Jack.
Thank you for having me on the interview here, and I'm glad to be back in the Wolves den here, watching the boys play.
That's perfect, and thanks for coming back and joining them. Now, what have you been up to the past year?
I mean, I played last season in Mimico, played Junior A there. Just got home on Tuesday. We lost in the first round of playoffs, but next year is going to be our year, so hopefully we're gearing up with some players, and we'll make a run for it.
Okay, Mimico, that's part of the Ontario League?
Yeah, I'm in the OJLL, so it's like probably the premier lacrosse league for Junior A lacrosse around Canada. I mean, it's a hotbed. I mean, every known name in the NLL is from there, so that's where you want to be if you're going to play lacrosse.
Oh, no, that's great. And you previously played in Langley, BC as well, right?
Yeah, I played in ECJLL out there the previous year. I had a great fun time there. Things didn't really plan out over the off season, so I took my talents to Mimico, and it was a great decision. I loved every minute of it.
So what do you find different between the BC League and the Ontario Leagues?
Definitely the pace of play and the consistency of players throughout the league. Like, everybody in the Ontario League is a D1 player. They're like always away playing lacrosse every day. Team Canada guys all across the league, NLL guys scattered throughout that are junior age that still play NLL, and then with BC it's more young guys too mixed into the league, more younger guys that are first, second years kind of carry the league too. In Ontario it's more of an older league, right? Like a lot of the fourth, fifth year guys carry the league, not much so the rookies and whatnot, so it's definitely more of a talented league.
Oh, excellent. And I saw you went into the Wolves dressing room just before you came out to talk to me. Now, making sure this is a family show, what did you tell the boys?
I mean, I just told them keep playing. I mean, you guys just brought yourself back in. It was 5-1 there at a point, but if you guys just keep playing like that, you guys have no problem taking this game back under control like you guys did yesterday. So just keep playing the way you are and don't stop.
Oh, that's excellent. Thanks so much for coming out. Thanks for chat, and best of luck in the Ontario Leagues.
You.
I look forward. I want to see you in Thunderbirds someday,
yeah,
right?
And that's what the goal is. So that's what we're all here for. So let's go. Let's
Well,
get there.
thanks a lot, Jack.
Thank you.
Good luck. And thank you, everybody. And we'll be back soon in about 4 minutes, with the second period of action as the Wolves are down 5-4 in this game 4, the best of 5. Thanks, everybody.
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you. And welcome back to the Den as we get set. They're all set up here. It's Moffat versus Hall as we get ready for second period. Rapids leading 5-4. Wolves able to capitalize. 3 goals on the power play, but here we are.
It's going to be interesting to see what the coaches said in the room. I think for both sides, being physical and keeping the tempo up to date is what gets it going.
Here we go. Mont hands it off to McCarron. McCarron into the Rapid zone. So we switched ends for the second period. Back up top to McKay. Cross for Wheatley. Wheatley. McKay gets a little bit of a pick, but little flip pass by Wheatley. McKay has to try to take that off the boards. He's handled. And looks like we got a penalty coming here.
So play right in the corner there, right against the walls, and then the player went over to try to grab him, got his hand stuck and pulled him right to the ground. He's not happy about it, but you know as an official when someone did something, when he does no argument, just goes right to the box. He knows he did that one. One of those unfortunate ones, but they got both. Looks like they're taking both guys, so McKay must have grabbed him as well while he was on the ground. Going to play some 4-on-4 lacrosse here. So that's great. I think that's a great call. I wasn't a huge advantage, so you don't really want to put someone down there. Be able to take both, I think, is the way that was the right decision on that. It was a bit of an accident of how the first one happened, but be able to get both, I think, works out well.
So here we go. Wheatley starts it off. Back as Hollett. Back up to McCarron. McCarron cross to Wheatley. Wheatley down low to Monroe. Monroe looking for a lane. Monroe fires. That goes off a defender wide. As Hollett cycles back up top. Hollett winds up, fires. Saved by Hollett. Able to pick up the rebound. Reset the 30. As back up top. Wheatley. Monroe. Monroe from the corner. Cross to Hollett. Down low for McCarron. McCarron. To Hollett! And so.
Wow,
Nice
knew he was going to take a big hit and stood in there. Hallett is a really strong kid. I love that player.
Rapids right back and fires it home.
That's unfortunate on that one. I think really what happened was Wheatley got his stick up and it tipped and it changed directions on Doyle because I think he was a little surprised by that shot. As you see it here, transition from the Rapids, which is their strength. Wheatley's in front of him, gets his stick up, and tips his stick and changes direction, and that fooled Doyle on that one. I think he had the original shot, but when it changes direction that quickly, that's just not possible to get at. I got to say, Hollett down there taking a shot, getting the rebound and going in front, knew he was going to get nailed, still took a big chance there, so great job by him. Set up nicely, just one of those things. Tipped off a player and went in, it happens.
That's Adam Brooks on his second goal tonight on the transition there. As
last two games, the Raps have had a lot of defensive players getting goals on transition, so the Wolves need to make sure they're getting their D guys out there as quick as possible and the O guys off the floor.
All right, Wheatley with the ball across to Hollett. Hollett has a look. Hollett looking for a lane. Back over to St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire trying to go over top. And
trying to go over top like he did last time. I wasn't there. I think Fletcher knows it was coming. Had an opportunity to go low, but still tried to go over top. But great pick and roll by the two of them. Want to see Finn get involved. He had a great game 3 there. I'd love to see him get going in game 4.
Aldridge with the ball. Aldridge across to Webster. Webster looking for a way in for the Rapids. Webster back up top, and that's picked off by Wheatley. Wheatley coming down. He's in behind the D. Wheatley come in. Shot. And denied by Fletcher.
What a save by Fletcher. And right after that save, he looked right at Wheatley because he remembered that penalty shot from yesterday and was thinking about that. And he went to the same spot, and that's why Fletcher was right there.
Webster across for Mason. Mason loading up. Mason can't find a lane. Flips it back to the far side. Has the Rapids. Webster looking for Aldridge coming across the middle. Loose ball down low. That'll be picked up by Santropia.
We're back to 5-on-5. I think 4-on-4 favors the Rapids, and the Wolves would rather play 5-on-5, but here's how it goes. I'd like to see a little bit more from Aldridge. I thought he was more involved in yesterday's game and haven't seen as much today. So we'll see how that shifts in the second half of the game.
Hey, Hollett with the ball for the Wolves. That's chopped free by Williams as they battle for the ball. Loose ball. Played ahead by Brooks. Picked up by Alcorn. Alcorn now in Wolves territory. Back over to Brooks. Brooks. That pops out of his basket. He's making a shot, and he slipped. He'll collect the loose ball. Lays that up to St. Hilaire, who slows it down, gets the offense on. St. Hilaire down low in the corner. Pass up to Wheatley, but misplay there. And ball's back over.
It's an unfortunate one there. An opportunity to set something up.
Here we go. Bissett with the ball. Bissett rolls up top behind the back pass, but just missed Aldridge, and Doyle, he'll pick that one up.
Great vision by the Rapids there. They actually had Finn St. Hilaire caught out there on the defensive side, and that's who they went after on the pick and roll. Played it well, though, with Wheatley. But great up. That's who you want to go after when you got an offensive player caught.
Pass back up to McKay as the Wolves. 10 seconds left in the shot clock. As McKay looking for a way in. McKay in with shot, scores!
McKay is on fire tonight. That's the hat trick already for him. Almost a mirror image of what the Rapid player did earlier for the first goal. Coming on the outside, straight down. They thought he would use the pick. Had an opportunity to bury that. So you can see him coming around the defender, firing on the far side. They're using those bounce shots on Fletcher. He's been going up so much because they beat him high yesterday, using those low shots. McKay absolutely running the offense today. Yesterday it was McCarron. Today it's McKay. You need multiple people to get your team going, and that's what the Wolves are doing.
Here we go. Is off the face-off. Puma brings it in for the Wolves. As they look to hand it off to Waite. To McCarron. McCarron. Cross, looking for Kennedy coming across, but doesn't make the connection as Johnson working to get that loose ball. There to Allen coming in. Allen comes up with it for the Rapids as they come out of the zone. It's Mason with the ball. Plays it across. Is looking for Webster, but that didn't connect, and Doyle up with the ball.
Just want to say Finn St. Hilaire got the assist on that McKay goal. I'm really happy about that. His defensive play in the end there on the pick and roll is what caused it.
Here comes Holland right in from the, and that shot just went wide. I could hear his mom saying, "Go, go, go."
Oh, he was right there at a great opportunity. Just couldn't quite get it. Was trying to go for the side. Great angle. Fortunately, went through the crease after, but great straight off the bench. Great view by the defense and nice run by Holland.
That is a good point. Is in the second period, benches are closer to the offensive zone.
Very much so. If you get that first guy coming off the bench, you have an opportunity to get a break there. They took advantage of it yesterday, and already early, Hallett gets a chance. So see how the Wolves continue to use that.
There we go. Hollett plays it back up top to McKay. McKay crossover for Wheatley. Back to Hollett. Hollett coming in. Hollett goes far side and save. Stick.
Oh, that one was there for Hollett, and Fletcher got over, but that side was open.
There we go. Mason gets up over center. Rolls off. Check from Hall. There's Mason trying to look in. Down low shot. And a save there.
Great ball movement by the Rapids. Tic-tac-toe. Unfortunately, wasn't able to bury it. It's exactly how you take advantage of a double. Pass it over, pass it over. Great job.
Here we go. As noticed in 22, McKinnon spending more time on the offense for the Rapids today. I can see why he's taking on Hall. Here we go. As Monroe trying to shake off a check from Casey. That pass knocked down. As Kennedy no. Johnson plays it up, and the Rapids able to come out of the zone.
Let us say Monroe, I feel, has been too outside and too low. He's got to move himself more in the middle to create those opportunities and be in that dangerous area. And they really want to see him get going because they would just need that extra person in there.
Moffat with the shot and a save there as Doyle make the leg save. Out comes Wheatley coming back down the floor. He's got Normando with him.
I just want to point out one of the big differences in this period. The Wolves have not allowed a second chance opportunity. So if there's a shot, they get the rebound, defense gets off. That's exactly how you want to do it. So big change for the defense on that.
Normando up to Wheatley. Wheatley with 10 seconds left. Wheatley hammers the shot, and that's the save as Wheatley able to get the rebound back. Normando with a quick shot and save there as Fletcher able to get across.
I don't know how that didn't go in because both of them were looking at the post, but great opportunity. Nice try by Normando. Great job by the Rapids to keep that out.
McKinnon plays that off to Mason. Mason brings it in for the offense. Pass back across. Aldridge loads up, fires, and a save by Doyle.
A little nervous. I saw Puma come off on that play right in the middle of the play. He's gone right to the trainer, so still on the bench, which is good.
Mason intercepts that pass, keeps the play going. It's number 4 hammers a shot in there. That's McIntyre. Heaslip picks up. Heaslip trying to get out of the zone. Rapids being very aggressive.
Well, that's what worked for them in the first period, Larry, being so aggressive, and they want to get back to it to cause those turnovers. So Puma's on the bench, seems to be okay. Just needed a minute, which is good.
Deflection in, saved by Fletcher. As Johnson has some words down at the crease level.
This is always the opportunity where sticks get messed up and no one wants to let go.
Williams plays it off to Webster. Webster to Mason shows shot. Mason trying to get in tight. Shot. And scores.
Shot right around the screen there. The Wolves defense collapsed a little bit and didn't get up. Mason took advantage of that, coming over the top, continuing down but shooting around. So Doyle's already in his movement there, able to bury that. So as you can see, he comes around, brings it back up really quickly. Doyle had already shifted over as he was moving down and was able to bury it on the far side. Nice goal by Mason. I think that's his second tonight or third, one of the two. But extending the lead back to 2 again is big for the Rapids right now, is that the Wolves are starting to surge there.
And here we go. 11:22 remains in the second period. 7-5 Rapids lead. As to be Hull versus Moffat back at the center. Loose ball coming up, picked up by McCarron in the Rapids zone. McCarron waits for the offense to set up. McCarron cross to Wheatley, back across to McCarron looking in tight for Waite, and the shot and a save there.
Wake had to reach behind him and came around, so he couldn't get a good angle on it, but great opportunity there, great athleticism by Wake.
Here we go, Aldridge in tight against Wheatley. Aldridge trying to get in, shot! And that's off the post, and Doyle winds up on top.
Got a little bit of messing around in front here. This is, Doyle has been upset for anyone who comes near his crease. Yesterday we saw a goal that happened because he was upset at someone. He saw Aldridge was coming in, fell right on top of him, and Aldridge had enough of it and pushed him off. So I'm not sure if they're going to get both or just one. Aldridge has already gone to the box for sure. I know the referees are talking about what happened here. Do we give a second one?
So Aldridge doesn't look like a big boy, but Doyle kind of flew when he pushed him off. So I don't know if there was a little help on that or not.
I think there was a bit of embellishment. Someone's not going to argue with that, but I think Doyle's got to relax a little bit, right? Like, I understand you don't want people in your crease. I know you're getting annoyed with it, but this is game 4 for the Garnet Knight, right? Like, you cannot take a penalty, so it looks like he's going to get one too. He cannot take that penalty right now. Let Aldridge take the penalty, go up on the power play where you've been dominant. You cannot retaliate and cause a goal or anything again. So I think they just want to calm down. So
yeah.
Oh, no, they're not.
It's like 2 minutes each.
Hold on. See what we're doing here. So we got 2 minutes on both sides up on the clock, but
Captains are getting some instructions from the officials. I think they're just changing up. Looks like Murphy
just changed up the player. I don't know if they actually had a player, but either way, yeah, I think they're, Doyle comes out. Aldridge goes in the crease, which is just a crease call. Doyle falls on him. Aldridge pushed him back, so he gets one for that. I think Doyle got one as well, but we'll see when the announcement happens. But I do think Doyle's got to focus on stopping the ball. I mean, that ball went in and went to the post, right? If it goes all the way in there, that's a goal. So let's focus on making the save. But he's played unbelievable tonight.
McKay starting off the ball in the 4-on-4. Over to St. Hilton. That's Wheatley. His shot. That's blocked by Alcorn. Wheatley trying to get in again. Alcorn able to pop that one free. Loose ball. Coming in is Williams. Williams back across to Alcorn. Fires. Saved by Doyle. Right back down the floor as Normando will chase that one into the corner. Loose ball picked up by Santapia. That now bounces out. That's Allen coming in with Scaplin for the Rapids. As Allen, he'll slow that down, hand it off to Bissett. Bissett now. Mason. Back to Bissett. Bissett looking for a lane, gets the pick. Bissett shot, scores!
Beautiful pick and roll there. Absolutely beautiful pick. I think that's number 17 for the Rapids. Bissett comes around, shoots over the screen as well as he was coming up there. And McCaskill, he's been unbelievable in this series. Beautiful pick, comes around and beats Doyle on a bounce shot there. As you see there, beautiful pick. He even had the roll opportunity, but Bissick saw the screen. He's a shooter, so he's going to shoot that ball for sure. Defender was in his face, but it was right there. We're now at the media timeout. Again, 4-on-4, I think, always favors the Rapids with the offensive players they have and their skill. I think the Wolves will want to stay out of it. So they did confirm the penalties were 2 roughing against Aldridge and an unsportsmanlike against Doyle for that. So Obviously I think they got to stay out of that stuff, but it's 8-5. It's got 1:20 left in the 4-on-4. Both teams got to keep going on this. Long way to go. So,
well, it's like, and of course, I hope you're enjoying this from home as much as we bringing it to you. But if you're watching this, of course, you're watching this on Maritime Athletic Profiles as we get set to go, and it wouldn't be possible without our streaming sponsor for the second period, Kynoch Resources. As I know that's where I get my mulch for my garden. It's like, but down in Hammonds Plains. But thank you to Kynoch Resources for making this possible, and it actually makes me look good with the production these guys have.
Thanks to all the sponsors. Without this, I mean, our games are getting views across the country, and without these sponsors to be able to do this, we wouldn't be here tonight to do this. I mean, it's still great to have a crowd here, but there's a lot of people that can't be here today, and it's great to be able to provide this opportunity for them to be able to do that with so much going on.
Well, I got a big thank you here today, but it wasn't for me. It was for Mike Elliott, who's unfortunately not here today, but Nolan Murphy's family from Manitoba was quite happy with all the streaming of all the games, and so Mike, if you're listening there, it's a big thank you from the Murphys on all you've done. Here we go, back to action here as McCarron loads up. McCarron in with the shot, scores!
Oh, wow. Beautiful job there by McCarron. Comes around the double pick. All these guys off as always. Looks to fake the shot on the outside, which makes Fletcher move. Comes back over the top and shoots it back over his shoulder. How he did that with 3 players draped over him, I'm not entirely sure, but it goes in the back of the net. He's the most calmest guy when he scores, too. He scores, throws a stick in the air, and it's like, of course I scored that. Why are you guys all excited? I got this. But great job by McCarron there. He's been unbelievable in this series, doing the job that you ask of him. His second year, he's really exploded this year to be a great offensive talent within not just the Wolves, but the league.
Here we go. Ball picked up by Mont. Mont taken hard into the boards. As Hall chases down the loose ball. Can't come up with it. Back the other way is Alcorn. Alcorn and the Rapids. Coming in on the transition. They got numbers. Williams in with the shot, and that's turned aside by Doyle. Back up. Here comes Mont. Over center. Mont hands that off to Wheatley as the Wolves set up the offense here. Cross to Monroe. Monroe back to Wheatley. Wheatley cross to Hollett. Hollett back to 5-on-5 we go as Wheatley with the ball. Wheatley tries to give and go to Monroe. Bounces across. Waite able to pick that one up. Waite's got to get the shot on net. And Fletcher holds it in the crease.
Yeah, Monroe was there on the opportunity but wasn't able to connect with the ball. It's too bad. They'd set a nice pick and roll there with Wheatley.
Mason starting off the offense for the Rapids. Mason looking for her lane. Coming back around, pushed out by Shea. In with the shot. That was Chenard, actually. And Chenard takes a big hit.
Big hit by Riley Bissick there. It is minor interference, but every coach will take that every day to send a message.
Yep. Now St. Hilaire with the ball for the Wolves, setting up the offense. Kennedy, Waite. Monroe and McKay out for the Wolves on this one. Monroe looking for a way in. Monroe takes the shot and big save by Fletcher. Rebound comes out. Williams in behind the D. Williams coming in. Shot, scores!
Wow. Beautiful goal by the Rapids. Their game is transition. It has been all year, and they're going to the well on this one. Williams picks up the loose ball after a great save by Fletcher again. Gets an opportunity to sprint it down. They have so much speed on their back end and buries in the back of the net. I mean, that's about the 10th breakaway that Doyle's had tonight. The defense has got to, the offense, has got to not turn the ball over, give those opportunities away. The Rapids are such a quick transition team that you need to be ready to go.
I love that Williams, after he scored the goal, went over and celebrated in front of the team New Brunswick U13s there.
Exactly.
It made their day for sure. Here we go. McCausland, cross. Back to McCausland. He's taken through the crease, and that'll be a call. 9-6. Rapids are leading as here we go. Mont passes up to Kennedy. Kennedy down low for Hollis. He'll slow it down, get the offense on. Normando with the ball now for the Wolves. Normando has a look, sees a wall of white, passes up top to Wheatley. Wheatley looking for a way in, gets a pick from Kennedy. Wheatley coming in, shot. And that's a save by Fletcher there as it goes wide. Rebound collected by Hollett. Hollett plays it back over to Normando. Normando in with the shot. And Scapelin took all of that one to block it. Loose ball into the corner. In comes Normando. Normando shakes it out, scores!
What a goal by Normando. Takes the shot and hits it. That all starts from in front. The first shot that came in hit the Rapids defender and knocked his chin strap off, which forced him to go off. Normando comes out of the corner from the 2-on-2, and there's no one there to get him. Of course, Normando, being a big boy, goes right to the other side, takes the contact, and then buries it. No expecting him to shoot before the contact, but there's no way Normando's shying away from any contact in this league. Really big goal there.
So it's 6:36 remaining in the second period. It's a 9-7 Rapids lead.
Larry, a developing story here. Puma is not on the bench anymore. Looks like he's come out without his helmet on, so I'm not sure what's happening there, but just noting Puma is not on the bench at the moment in time.
That's a huge defensive hole for the Wolves to fill.
And big, the captain of the team, it is a big hole, but they've always had next man up, so we'll see what happens here.
Here we go. St. Hilaire to Monroe. Monroe over to Wheatley. Wheatley up high to Hollett. Hollett pass down to St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire looking for a lane. Hollett setting some picks. St. Hilaire, nothing. Wheatley, long shot. That misses. And the rebound will come all the way back over and out of play.
That was a bit of a far one. But needed to get it off, so got it, take the shot down the row.
So Rapids will start off in the Wolves zone with possession. Here we go, Aldridge trying to roll off Heaslip. Pass across to McCausland, doesn't find its mark. McCausland will take that off the glass. Now McCausland, down low to Aldridge, back to McCausland, in with the shot and save by Doyle.
Big stop by Doyle there. Beautiful give and goal by McCausland and Aldridge on that one. As I say to every young player who's coming into junior A are always nervous about playing defense. McCausland played 2 years on defense, became one of the best defenders, and now is one of their big mans on offense. You start on D and rotate your way up. Nothing wrong with that.
Normando can't find a way in, forced to the outside. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. McCarron looking for a way in, shot. That just went wide. Now, Kennedy fires it back towards the net as the clock expires. Out come the Rapids. Pass up to Webster. Webster or Moffitt, one of them. Back up. No, that's Moffitt now. Okay, Moffitt. Back over.
Spisak.
Bissett, okay. Bissett. Can't find a way in. Pass. Loose ball. Mason looking to pick that back up. He gets knocked down by Murphy. That's rolled into the corner as the clock will expire. And Santapia will pick it up for the Wolves. Santapia looking to come out. Mason keeping eyes on him. Santapia brings it all the way in. I think he's going to go right to the net. That's until Scapelin turned him aside. Now Wheatley. Santapia staying in on the offense. Back across for Hollett. Back to Wheatley. Wheatley. Hollett with the shot. Going 5-hole and doors closed.
Big shot by Hollett there. I don't like the angle of 5-hole, but definitely trying to bounce it, which has been successful.
Williams passes it back into the Rapids on the offense now. To Bissett off the bench. Bissett to Moffitt. Moffitt. Across the rolling in is Aldridge. Aldridge runs into a crowd of Wolves. I guess call that a pack of Wolves. But anyways, as the shot clock expires.
Great defense by the Wolves there. Collapsed on the guy in the middle so he can't get away. Aldridge has all those athletic abilities, but when you got 4 guys on you, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah, in a crowd like that, it's if you can't move, you can't shoot.
Exactly.
Here we go. McKay winds up, fires. That's wide. Normando keeps that in off the boards. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Across to McKay. McKay looking to come in. McKay in tight. Shot. And we got a crease. It'll be a Rapids ball. As the pass comes right down to Bissett. Bissett in with a shot and a shoulder save. Arm save by Doyle. And right back out we come. As Santapia is going to slow it down. Pass over to Monroe. Actually, that was a good hidden ball as Hollett had it. Okay, Monroe with the ball now for sure. Monroe trying to slip through, and same thing there. He runs into a crowd. Ball comes loose.
A little surprised there was no call there, but he was a little bit lower. I thought a couple times got the arm around, but I like to see him trying to go to the middle. Carter hasn't done that in game 3 and a little bit shy today, but I like that drive to the middle. That's what he's got to do to start getting those opportunities.
Okay, Lacroix got it up to St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire down low to Waite. Waite looking for a cross for Kennedy. Doesn't connect. Kennedy will have to take that off the boards. Pass back up to Wheatley. Wheatley now from up high. Wheatley in with the long shot. That's off the boards, and they'll come back over.
The Wolves really got to be careful on that. This, again, is another one that if that ball had bounced in the middle, there were 2 Rapid players going, and no one's coming back. So just got to be careful on those long shots.
Alcorn starts it off. Now Webster coming across. Ball down low for Bissett. Loose ball as Santapia hammers that one off of Aldridge right there. Santapia comes up with it again. Gets it up to Hall. Hall able to get it back over center. Hall now. Holds up.
Nice clear by Hall there. Had a man draped all over him, but able to find space, what you're looking for, and he knew that the offensive player had to go off.
So Hall it. Pass that over to Normando. Normando looking for a way in. Normando. Backhand pass to McCarron. But ball's lost in the equipment of Fletcher. He makes that
I don't even know if Fletcher knows where it is because he's taking all the stuff. There you go.
There you go.
He knew it was in the upper. Just had to pull it all out there.
Sure, that's the same ball that went in. But anyway.
Hopefully, it might be another one. Who knows? He'll find out when he gets to the room if there was another one in there.
So 1:25 remains in the second period as the Rapids come back over center. Rapids leading 9-7 as Moffitt with the ball passes across. Back to Mason. Mason looking for a way in. Mason pass across to Bissett. Bissett takes a step shot, and that goes wide. As Moffitt off him back into the crease, picked up by Doyle. Doyle pass that one out to Murphy.
1 minute left in the second period. 1 minute left.
Final minute, thanks to Jason Mullen, the MC here. Keeps us up on all the goals and everything's going on. He did a great job of emceeing the awards at the last game, too. Thanks, Jason. Cross over to Hollett. Hollett trying to find a way in. Hollett, one hand's back to McCarron. McCarron, the ball's knocked loose. They got a loose ball. Monroe will pick that up. Monroe has to make the shot as the shot clock will expire. It'll be Rapids ball from their territory.
I know Wheatley's picking that up to take a shot, try to get a reset, but with what's been happening in transition, I would rather him roll that in the corner and reset back on D. The ball has been bouncing so hard off that back wall and creating opportunities that just throw it. Like the odds of you scoring from there and even getting a reset is pretty 1%. Roll it in the corner, let them get off and the D get out there, or the defense get out. I would like to see in the future, but we've got a timeout here by the Rapids with 28.5 seconds, so they're going to work for the last shot here in terms of that. It's, as we've talked about before, you get 2 timeouts. You can't use 2 in one period. So if they don't use one here, they'll pretty much lose one. The one piece to this is, though, if you go to overtime, you will not have a timeout in overtime if you use one now and in the third. But with this opportunity in the game so close, 9-7, I think it's a great call by the Rapids to set this up and see what they can find. Their offense has been quite successful in this mode. Fletcher is already on the bench, so I'm betting they're coming out with 6. So it'll be a 6-on-5 coming out this with 30 seconds to go.
All right, yeah, so shots so far, 31 for the Rapids, 24 for the Wolves, as the Rapids are leading 9-7. I think the Wolves have come back in their shots quite a bit in the second period here. And
shots were 13-3 at one point, and now it's 31-24, so the Wolves have really come back.
So here we go as Mason. He's going to work that down probably to the 10-second mark before they start whatever play they drew up.
Watch Bissick in the far left corner. That's usually who they're trying to get open.
Aldridge to Mason. Mason looking for a lane in there. Mason cross for Bissett. One-timer. And that's
it's like I've coached before there, Larry. So great play. Actually very nicely drawn up. Double pick. Mason comes around. Bissick standing right in the crease if it's possible. So Mason has the opportunity to shoot or pass. I made the pass. Unfortunately, they weren't able to bury, but very well drawn up by Coach Gallup on the bench there. Really well. So we got 9-7. We've got 20 minutes to go in this one. We'll see what comes out of that. A great period by both sides again. Back and forth battle as it's been all game. So we'll see what happens. The one story that's developing, Cooper Puma didn't come back in that. I did see him come back to just beside the bench and was talking with the trainer. I don't know if he got clearance to go or out, but we'll see what happens in the third period.
All right, so as the young players head to the floor to try some shots on net, we're going to take a break. We'll see some some ads from our sponsors that make this possible, but don't go too far and stay out of the woods. But we'll be back in about 8 minutes to start off the third period to see if this series is going to extend to 5 or if the Wolves can come back and finish it here right now, right today. So we'll be back in a few minutes, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. Don't go too far. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Sam.
Hey, Mom.
Are you done?
Yeah, I just finished practice.
Your showcase has been cancelled.
They canceled it? But how will they see me play?
Saw your video and loved it. Welcome to the team.
Athletes train to persevere. Success can still be achieved even when the odds are against you. I use media to reach success. Fight for your dreams. You've got this.
Welcome back to the Den in lovely Lower Sackville, Nova Scotia. On a sunny Sunday afternoon as we get set for third period action as the Rapids are leading 9-7. I'm Larry McVicker, Larry Cherry as the kids call me, giving you the play-by-play today, and I got the color commentary man himself here, Brendan Smithson.
This is an exciting 20 minutes here, Larry. I do notice that Puma is not back on the bench. I think he's done for this evening, which is, I know they'll be disappointed about that, but we're looking for someone to step it up. Also, unfortunately, Nova Scotia's girls at the Canada Games are down 5-2, but lots of time to go to come back, so we'll see how that goes as we're trying to track in this challenging internet situation.
Yes, here we go. As Mott up with a loose ball and right back into Rapids territory. Wheatley setting up the offense as St. Hilaire comes to join the party. Wheatley over to McKay. McKay slipping back in. McKay in tight and no goal.
McKay's been on fire all night, went over the top. Unfortunately, that front foot just stepped in. Referee was right there to see it, but great start for the Wolves.
Mason off the bench in with a quick shot on Doyle, turned aside.
I mean, that's a big start for the Wolves. Great offensive chance there and a huge save by Doyle. It's exactly what you need to win this period, being down by 2. So great start by the Wolves, exactly what they were hoping for coming out of that room.
Here we go. As Wheatley looking to find a way in. Monroe. Candy trying to find him. Pass. That gets deflected wide. Final seconds down as Candy tries to get shot on net. He does, and but that's gathered up.
I think he'll tell you that wasn't a shot on the net. He got popped and it came right out into the goalie.
Here we go. As coming in is Aldridge. Aldridge. Pass down low to the corner for Bissett. Bissett looking for at the side. She heard the bank shot off the goalie was Mason. That gets turned aside as Murphy boxes him out. Up with the loose ball.
Interesting opportunity by Mason. Felt he didn't have the quick stick, tried to come around. Doyle did a great job to duck under, to make sure he couldn't bounce it. Doyle recognized it right away. He was trying to put it off him and did an excellent job keeping himself in that net.
Monroe, pass down low for McKay. McKay in tight again. McKay, shot, scores!
Make it up for the crease call. They go right back to McKay, who's been on fire. Send the cutter through. McKay comes across and buries it on the far side, which has been there all night. As you see, they'll go right through Carter. Pick and roll, his man leaves him. Assuming he'd use it, defenders on the high side. He comes right through on the far side. McKay, after that one not going to the first one's going to love that one. I think that's 4 for him tonight now. He's just on fire. He needs someone to step up, and McKay's doing that right now.
Thanks to Mr. McKay, it's a 1-goal game. As Rapids lead 9-8 and starting off on the face-off. Now they're on the offense as Mason brings the ball in. Mason up to Aldridge. Aldridge back to Mason. Mason has a look. Mason across to McCausland. McCausland with a shot and save there by Doyle. That's a spin off is Chenard. Now the Wolves pass up to Wheatley. Wheatley setting up the offense. Cross for St. Hilaire over to Hollett. Back up to Wheatley. Down low to McKay. McKay looking. McKay fires, scores!
McKay is unstoppable. Unstoppable. Absolutely beautiful shot. You know, when you need a goal, you go back to the man who's hot tonight. No difference in Game 5 when it was Carter Monroe. Tonight is McKay taking that shot from the outside. As you can see, he gets the return pass from the top. So doing the replay here, coming around. Wheatley down to him on the side. Just finds a spot, gives him a little bit of room. No one on the hands, over the screen on the far side of Fletcher. He is feeling it. I gotta be honest, I just give him the ball every single time right now because he is just feeling it. It was reminding me of the Carter Monroe in Game 5 where they beat the Bandits. Same kind of feeling he's got tonight. They're feeling it. Give him the ball and keep moving and then go off of that.
And these are young guys too, isn't it? Like, is Jack second year in the league?
Yeah, a lot of the young guys stepping up for the Wolves, which is amazing.
In tight. Normando! And the goal on the feed from Wheatley.
This is all about the face-off. Alex Hall wins the face-off down to this side, and he goes. Normando goes right to the net. He plays the far wing side on the line, goes right to the net. As he picks it up, passes it right down. So it's Wheatley who picks it up, who has some of the best vision in the league. Yesterday he saw McCarron wide open. Today was Normando on the crease, and Normando in front. Short side, far side, and in right away. Absolutely beautiful. As you can see, lining up. Beautifully done by the Wolves. There's some intensity in this third period.
Normando back with the ball again. Coming in, a little 2-on-1. Normando fires. Save. Wheatley with the rebound. Loose ball. McCarron reaching for it. Chopped away as Normando able to come back up with it again. Normando now. He'll slow it down to get the offense on. Wolves for the first time this game in the lead. 10-9 as Normando fires, and Fletcher makes the save on that one. Loose ball picked up by St. Hilaire. Fresh 30 on the clock. St. Hilaire still with the ball despite Wheatley pretending he's got it. But Fletcher was not biting on that one. St. Hilaire in tight. St. Hilaire shot. That just deflected wide of the.
I'd like to see that from Hilaire. He hasn't had his game that he had yesterday, but that was a
Monroe.
great motion.
Monroe, one-handed. Oh, looking for. I think Hilaire said something when he missed that pass. Here we go. As McCarron. Going up as St. Hilaire causing some issues in behind the net. Here we go. Wheatley. Coming in from the corner. Wheatley winds up over top. Wheatley shot. And a save by Fletcher as he collapses down on that ball.
This is the time you're going to look for a player like Finn St. Hilaire. That was a great shift. He hasn't had a dominant game as he had yesterday, but as they're going to start keying on McKay, you got to find other people on the left side of the floor, and that was two great opportunities for him there. We'll see what comes out of it later.
Mason with the ball, popped free by Heaslip momentarily. Mason now looking for Webster in deep. Picked up by Moffat. Moffat to Mason. Mason, final seconds left on the shot clock. Has to get the shot away. Mason in, shoots wide. And that'll be Wolves ball.
I'm going to say they doubled Mason there, and number 11 was actually wide open inside. I still can't figure out how people get wide open inside, but it's been happening a lot today. It's going to be interesting to see who brings the ball up for the Wolves without Puma there right now, and see how that goes the rest of the night.
Kennedy plays it back up to Wheatley. Cross to Hollett, down low to Waite. Waite looking to find McKay at the corner, but he's covered now. Battle for the loose ball along the boards. Hollett comes up with it. 6 seconds left. Hollett fires that, and Allen took all of that shot. Now Rapids back up with it. Back down the floor come the Rapids. Casey comes over center.
Allen's holding his arm. I think he wished that Fletcher had made that save and not him. Allen's got a really hard shot.
It's going to leave a nice little circle there. That's looking in tight. Mason ran out of room before he can make the shot. Being watched. Chenard, here we go. Cross, Webster looking to get that loose ball in the corner. Normando. And that's it for the shot clock. It'll be Wolves ball.
Seeing some new defenders out there in this period without Puma, and they're really stepping up to the task. They've been asked to do a job, and they're doing really well in these first 5 minutes.
Here we go, Monroe from the corner, shot, and Fletcher makes the save.
Nice shot by Carter. I still would like him to take an extra 2 steps. He just doesn't quite have that angle where he gets both sides of Fletcher, and if you get both sides, that's where you're going to find the pay dirt on him. So he needs to take a couple more steps out. I think he knows that you can see him coming off there.
All right, Aldridge with the ball for the Rapids as they pass over to McCausland, back to Aldridge. Aldridge forced into the corner. Aldridge looking to roll back up. Final seconds on the shot clock. Aldridge trying to let the shot go, and Doyle able to make the save and hold on.
I'm going to say this is the first time the Rapids have been down in this game, and I've liked how they've responded. The offense hasn't changed. They're still creating those opportunities. The Wolves are just playing really strong defense, and Aiden Doyle has been unbelievable.
Wheatley over to Hollett. Hollett down low to Waite. Waite rolls back up. Waite looking for some options. He's challenged by Allen. Waite, pass across to McKay. McKay looking for a route in. McKay with the shot. And that just deflects up and out of play.
This whole building screams when McKay goes in for a shot because he's had 5 of them. So when he misses, we're like, oh, he missed that. I didn't think that was possible.
With the ball now is Aldridge and the Rapids. Aldridge, pass across for Bissett. Ball knocked free. That was Webster actually. Shot by Mason, and a save made by Doyle.
Nice east to west passing. They had a nice pick at the top. Offense is still doing what they're doing. They just can't quite get those opportunities yet, but if you keep going to the well, it's going to come to you.
McCarron back in for Monroe. Monroe back to St. Hilaire and deep for McCarron. What a save by Fletcher.
Huge shot by Fletcher in tight on McCarron, who went outside over top. Fletcher threw those arms up. Acrobatic goalie as he always is. Great job.
Battle for the loose ball here. Picked up by the Rapids. As Casey will be able to bring it out. Rapids. Hand off to Webster. Webster takes it down low into the corner. Waiting for the rest of the team to get on. Back up top to Aldridge. Back to Webster. Webster looking for a route in. Ball's popped free by the D. Aldridge turns, fires, that goes wide. Up and out of play, there'll be Wolves ball.
Those broken plays have really gone to the Rapids in this series when a ball's kind of on the ground, they're picking it up and getting those opportunities. So great job to be able to make sure someone had a stick on him and force the bad shot.
Mont brings it down the floor on the Rapids side. Mont able to fight off some checks. Gets it back to McKay. McKay back up top to Wheatley. Wheatley again quarterbacking. Wheatley looking to drive in. Push to the outside by McKinnon. Wheatley. Pass, but that went all the way back down the floor.
One of those things that just happened. Somebody got a stick on him. It was great defense by the Rapids to force that. You see everybody hustling off really hard. There's 12 minutes to go, and no one's going to give an inch in this one.
All right, Webster plays it back up to Aldridge, but can't take it cleanly. Aldridge picks up the loose ball. Aldridge trying to get around Murphy, can't. Aldridge pass back across, looking for Webster. Webster in with the shot, and a big save by Doyle. Doyle looking for options, has to step out of the crease. Gets up to Normando. Normando, 10 seconds about to go. He's just over. So Maurice had the whistle ready to go.
He was ready, and it took Doyle a while to find someone, but great job by Normando sprinting that up there. Watch how much Doyle is not giving up rebounds because the Rapids are crashing the crease hard.
Wheatley comes across up top. Wheatley fires the shot, scores!
What a goal! Hey, when you need something, you turn to your leadership. Wheatley has been firing darts all night, unfortunately just wide, but buried that right in the bottom corner, exactly where they've been looking for, and this crowd is alive. They've been quiet for about 2 periods, but this period, this place has got electric. So a little far out, but over the screen, seeing that opportunity, and Fletcher has had a hard time getting to that glove side down low. The Wolves have found something there and just keep pounding it all game, and it's paid off as we're 11-9 with 11 minutes to go.
Here we go, big hit along the boards as Mont battles for that loose ball. Mont picks it out of the air, Leo Mont. Pass back across to Wheatley. Wheatley turns, fires! And oh, what a big save by Fletcher there. Loose ball again. Mont still right in the middle of it, but out comes McCausland with the ball for the Rapids. McCausland stays on as Bissett with the ball. Bissett comes across over. Bissett turns, fires, and Doyle makes the save off to the outside. Up to number 7, McNeil brings it across center.
I gotta say, Doyle is dialed in right now. He's moving left and right. Doesn't matter where they're going. He is dialed in for these last 10 minutes.
Wait, gets to the cross. Monroe looking for a lane. Monroe in with the shot, and that's turned aside by Fletcher, and oh, the rebound almost came right over.
Nice try by Finn there. He did reach into the crease, which you can't do, pull it in and pull it out. But I like the aggressiveness of him on the crease, getting in there, creating those opportunities there. I just want to point something out. Leo Mont there. So the Wolves have just scored 3 in a row. Momentum fired up. This place is rocking right now. They feel what might be possible. The Rapids drill Mont into the boards on the far side, goes down, has that side starts to get excited. He gets back up with the ball and drives to the net and gets a chance, and this side goes up again, right? And you need that momentum and that shift. Those are plays that don't go down in any stats, but that is the difference between winning a championship and not, right there. And a rookie, Leo Mont, has been unbelievable this year, just like a running back. Gets down, gets right back up, and plows right in again, right? So.
Well, that's why you'll be playing for Charles B. Allen in a couple of weeks. But here we go, and thanks everybody again for watching. If you're watching this, of course, you're watching it on Maritime Athletic Profiles, as we're happy to bring this to you. And our sponsor is Next Level U Sports. Next Level U recruitment, helping players through recruitment for college and other sporting activities. Thank you, Next Level U, for your support of.
In this, I'd like to see the Rapids go back to Bissett and Mason. They've been kind of trying to find who's open, and I think you got to go to your scores now. You need 2. Get in there and just get it to the boys who can put it in the back of the net.
Aldridge over to Bissett. Bissett for the Rapids. Bissett working against Murphy. Hard shot in, and Doyle.
Nice shot, beautiful left to right. They went to Bissett and ISO'd him, passing it across to the other side. Doyle got a piece of it, but obviously not enough as it rolled through him on that one. But here, you got Bissick lined up on a one-on-one, but beautiful defense by the Wolves. Have that pop out on the other side, making Doyle go as far across as possible, and he shoots back to where he came from. You can see he gets a piece of it, but not quite enough, and it squeaks through on his arm side. I think he came, this is why you go east to west, kids. He's too far over to one side in his post and leaves that glove hand open, which is what he saw there. So we're within one goal, 10-9, 9:34 to go. Rapids with the ball.
Here we go. That's an eternity in this sport. That's a big question now. Who's got the ball? Where I believe it's everybody's saying Aldridge has it. Aldridge over to Webster. Webster back over to Bissett. Bissett looking to get in around Heaslip. Bissett over to Aldridge. Shot and a big save by.
What a save by Doyle. Throws that arm out. Beautiful.
Santapia flushes Aldridge out. Pops the ball free. Aldridge able to regain control. Aldridge back down to Bissett. Bissett against Heaslip. Bissett turns, fires, saved by Doyle.
Nice save by Doyle. Rapids are so good at driving and seeing that man on the crease, which would happen with Aldridge, and Doyle with the arm just flying it up in a beautiful save.
Normando. Pass back over to Wheatley. As Normando exchanges some pleasantries with Wheatley. Trying to get it back into McKay. Scores!
McKay, I get that 6 goals tonight to McKay. You keep going back to the well. Beautiful pick and roll, and this side rolls right in, and he's going to the far side all night. Wheatley with the ball right here. McKay sets the pick and just rolls pretty much interference. Comes around him, not minor interference, but just interfering with him coming around and able to go right to the net. Defender thought the pick was coming over high, and so he played the high side waiting for Wheatley. He just snuck down low, came right in, and McKay just has that, he's in Fletcher's head. When Fletcher sees him coming in, he's nervous right now. They've got that far side on him all night, and the 2-goal lead is back in place, which is huge with 8:30 to go.
Webster able to pick up the loose ball off the faceoff, and now the Rapids down by 2 goals again, coming back in. 8 minutes and some left in this game, or well, could be much longer. Here we go, Bissett. Pass back across to Webster. Webster. Pass over to Mason. Mason looking for a lane. Mason fires. That doesn't make it through. Look back up again as Webster puts a long shot right on goal. Nicely done. But the
I'll say there, I don't think the Rapid players saw the reset call. It made a long shot for no reason. They did get a reset on the 30, but played into the Wolves' hand on that one.
Kennedy hands off to McCarron. McCarron watched by Williams. Williams trying to pluck it free, but the can opener doesn't work. But picked off. Coming back down is McKinnon for the Rapids. McKinnon in tight. McKinnon puts a shot in, and good job by Doyle holding the post.
I got to give that to Wake. Wake played absolutely perfect defense to force that odd, just a lob there on that. McKinnon was looking to turn and looking for his man. Great job by Wake, an offensive player on defense from St. X, by the way.
Oh, good. As Normando looking to get that one in. Fletcher will pick that out of the crease. Back up. As Casey will get the transition over. And Rapids go back to work on offense. Aldridge, cross to Mason. Mason, back across to Aldridge. Aldridge, watched by Mont. Aldridge coming across, shot! And Doyle able to come up with a...
Doyle's seen everything. The ball is a beach ball to him right now. He's right on point with it.
So I think that pinballed a bit, and Doyle able to come across, but Bissett now with the ball. Bissett cross for Moffat. Moffat flips it. But can't complete the shot, and here comes Mont.
That was all he slipped. He has been unbelievable. Too early on the change there. That's what they're calling. Let them out early. Heaslip has stepped up in Puma's absence right now and just been unbelievable. Even this whole game, he's been phenomenal. Big play right there in the pick and roll.
Webster with the ball, back up to Aldridge. Aldridge. Bissett has a nice little shadow there. Aldridge decides to go in himself. Aldridge in tight, shot, and Doyle holds his ground.
I don't know if you're going to beat Doyle in one shot. He is dialed in right now. You got to get him moving or something.
Okay. Here comes Mason from behind the net. Mason rolls up top. Mason loads up, fires, shot, saved by Doyle. As Normando gets the loose bat.
That's how dialed he is in. That's the top scorer in the league. wide open shot all day, and Doyle was easily up to the task. He made that look like he shot it right at him.
Here we go. As Aldridge with the ball, looking to come around the corner. Aldridge knocked down by Santapia. Maintains control. Right in tight. And Heaslip comes up with the interception. Heaslip has Normandeau coming in. Normandeau shot! Score! No goal! Oh boy.
He hit the post, it went off the goalie's back, but it looks like he got it out in time for Fletcher. Love to see a replay of that, but referee was right there. No, I know Normandeau put his arms up, but as a player, you always do that because you want to see if the ref will give it to you. But referee was right there, hit the post, his back, turned around and knocked it out.
Moffat looking for the side. That was Scapelin playing on the offense there. It was on the doorstep. As seconds tick down in the shot clock. Picked up. Out comes number 9, Lacrosse. Plays it down deep for Wheatley, and Wheatley will slow it down.
Normandeau's chance came off. Heaslip again, making a huge stop on defense.
As Candy makes some friends against the D here. We got Wheatley. Everybody's paired up as Wheatley just looks to come in. Wheatley in with a quick shot and a save. As I think Fletcher
rolled down his
his
jersey and right into his head. Fletcher was a little surprised. That bounced on his shoulder and rolled down his arm and got stuck in his glove, but a little surprised there. I like the Wolves' approach now. They're slowing it down, using the whole clock, limit the number of 30s that the offense is going to get it. I know Normandeau wanted to push that, and I like that one because it was a breakaway, but other than that, you want to slow it down and reset.
Because as we tick down to 8:30s left in this game, in the regulation, I should say, Bissett, cross. That's 4 with the shot there. McIntyre, they're coming right back down. That's Heaslip, who's stood tall with the absence of Puma in this third period. Heaslip dodging, gets it back up to Hollett. And he gets a standing O as he heads to the bench.
Those are the plays that win you games, that clear and then not turning it over and going off, and that's why you got a big hand. It's about the little things.
McKay with the ball. McKay driving towards the net. McKay with the shot. And a save. And a goal! Another! Oh my God! It's Jack McKay day here.
There's 6 seconds left of the shot clock. McKay gets it baseline. It's a perfect time to drive because your defense is back. There's less than 10 seconds. Spins inside, shoots it. Fletcher goes down, and McKay puts it high and it rolls off him and in. It didn't go directly in, but off the goal. As you see, there's 6 seconds. He's got nothing to lose but go to the net. Make sure he doesn't go in the crease. Pushes the defender in like a block and comes back out and fires it. That's 7 goals tonight for McKay. Absolutely killing it for the Wolves. They're making sure they put an exclamation mark on this as they continue to go. There's still 3:30 to go. This is now about limiting those opportunities using the full 30-second clock. With 3:30 to go, you got 7 30s if you do it right.
As Wheatley slows down the play and being challenged right away by Weldon. Wheatley across. Wheatley fires, and that goes wide. As loose ball comes out and out of play.
So I don't really love that shot for Wheatley. You have to hit the net. The Rapids have that transition. I don't care if you just lob it at him. You need to hit the net, get resets. Your goals are fine at this moment in time. He was trying to shoot that a little too hard and missed.
Hey, Aldridge rolls back up top for the Rapids, looking to get back into this room. Aldridge fires. We haven't seen too many shots from him today, and that's
no Aldridge. They've really shut down Aldridge today. Puma was on him earlier. Now Heaslip's been on him. They've done a good job on Aldridge.
Heaslip again, able to fight off the forecheck and get it. The Wolves back in control as McCarron lays it back down low. For McKay along the boards. 10 seconds left in the shot clock. McKay trying to get in for a shot. 5 seconds now. McKay held up. McKay fires it towards the net.
All 4 guys had changed. It was McKay versus 5, and he got a shot off. That was actually a decent shot. So, again, killed the whole 30. That's the key of that. Scores or not, you're killing 30 seconds. Time is your piece that you need to get rid of right now.
Now Mason, as Wheatley loses the twig. The set. Trying to work his way in. Held to the outside by Mott, and big kick save there by Doyle.
Beautiful save. Wheatley is without a stick and on Mason. The Rapids need to get the ball to Mason. And Wolves put it down, missed that opportunity. Wheatley had dropped his
look
stick.
At Mott right back in there.
A running back. He just dropped his head and was going right down there.
And Fletcher just able to get it out of his reach. As Webster cross for Aldridge. Aldridge cutting in tight, turned away by Lacrosse. Back up top to Mason. Mason loads up, fires, but that's deflected by the D. Back out top, and McCausland unable to keep it in the
Unfortunately,
zone.
McCaskill was standing there and just lost it. He's upset on the bench. They had pulled the goalie to get the 6, and it goes back over. 1:23. Wolves just take all 30 seconds. You've only got 2 left if you can use this whole one.
As Monroe picks up the ball, he's been. Okay.
I mean, no one would have got
Back to
that but McKay, and he was obviously going to get up there.
McKay with the ball. Lobs a pass over to Wheatley. Wheatley now is down to 1 minute. Wheatley driving in 10 seconds. As Wheatley in tight. Doesn't get the shot. As it'll be Rapids ball. And we got a timeout, I believe.
It's getting a little physical out there. The Rapids are trying to get aggressive on them. Wolves doing a good job in not taking anything out of that. That's what you need to do. They're going to take a timeout here. There is 52 seconds, 13-10 for the Wolves. They just need to do that defense. Wheatley is absolutely dying. I think he's played the whole third period here. But this has been a clinic by the Wolves in the third period. They got it down to McKay. Offense has been unbelievable. They've now been killing the clock. Defense has just stood up and been unbelievable. And to have a great defense, what's the one thing you need? An unbelievable goalie. And Doyle has been amazing in this third period. On point. They've only scored on him once, and every time it comes, he's already there before the shot's even there, no matter what they do. He is on point. I've said in this series it's really come down to goaltending in terms of that, and again, I think that Doyle has outplayed Fletcher in this one, and here's a chance for some back-to-back. We've got 52 seconds, though.
Here we go. Rapids, top offensive team in the league. Down around behind the net. Back up top, looking for Mason. Mason for Aldridge, and that's a goal there. Beauty.
Hey, we've been looking for Aldridge all night and comes in big right here at the last minute. You look to your best players. Mason takes it behind. It looked like he was trying to bounce it off, so because of that, Doyle goes down in the net, passes out to Aldridge, and Aldridge quick sticks it in the far side of the net there. See working around behind the net. Makes it out to Aldridge, and that is just a perfect quick stick. There's no way that Doyle can get to that whatsoever. Beautiful play by the Rapids. Now there's 42 seconds, and it's 13-11. You got to give the credit on that. The defenders got to be more physical in front of that net.
Hall able to come up with a clean win off the.
And that's a timeout by the Wolves. Beautiful call. You have 37 seconds. That's your face-off guy with his face-off stick. Has a risk of losing the ball in terms of that. You call the timeout because you have one, and now they're going to get their top 5 offensive players out there with the ball handling and set it up exactly how they want to do it. Like, that is the difference between winning and losing the game. If Alex Hall loses that ball, they go back the other way and get an opportunity to come within one. He has his draw stick. Your draw stick is not the best ball handling stick. It's a tough stick to be able to get the draws. And so perfect time to call that timeout from someone on the floor, which gets him the ball back. And no question the ball is going to Wheatley. No surprise with that. That's exactly who I'd want to have it. He's been a leader on this team. Santapia is going to stay out here. Looks like we got Mott, a defensive guy as well. And we have 2 guys back.
So, helmet lost on the floor.
Wheatley is playing without a helmet right now. The Wolves were actually only had 4 people on the floor. Or 3 people on the floor.
Here we go. Aldridge up with the ball. Aldridge. The big player yesterday. Aldridge in. Aldridge in tight. Shot. And Doyle turns him aside. In the final seconds now.
The man who got him here is the man who saves the day right there. The defense was trying not to take a penalty and anything crazy, and Doyle steps up. You've got 4.9 seconds. Rapids ball for interference. And Aiden Doyle, biggest save, been on fire in this third. Just like that, Aldridge buries one with 3 seconds straight from the corner. Quick one. They're going to have to figure out how to get another one. I think they were a little surprised at how quick that shot came off from Aldridge. But again, Wheatley lost his helmet in the corner there a little bit. The Wolves were disappointed they turned over. But I got to say, they did not have 5 guys on the floor in that situation. They only had 3. And Wheatley gets put 4 people on him. There's nowhere to move the ball because they only have 3. So now they're going to send everybody back. Again, they got the 5 on. It's got to catch it, and he's got to shoot right away. 3 seconds to go.
So Allen looking to hold this for the season. And that's it. Here they go.
McKinnon got the ball and tried to work it up. McKinnon should have shot that because he has no other option in that situation. But congratulations to the Wolves on back-to-back Garden Night championships. Have taken this series 3 games to 1. 2 come from behind victories in Sackville to take it down and not send it to Game 5. Today, I got to give it to 2 people. I mean, one's McKay, 7 goals. I mean, you can't say that. I got to add also Doyle, who was unbelievable in the net. He was the backstop to that championship. The Wolves went 3-1 in this round, and all 3 games were when Doyle was in that net. That's a big difference right there. But I'm going to add a third. He stepped up on defense and played an unbelievable today. And both, no matter what happened, he played awesome. And that's what you need to win a game. You need a goalie, defense, offense, and the Wolves did every part of that today. Congratulations to their coaching staff. Ben McKay on his first year as head coach, taking the championship. That's really awesome. We also got Mitch Broussard, Seward, Kyle Peace, and Jay Tishmarsh. Unbelievable job. I think from the start of the year, we thought these 2 teams would match up in the final, and a great series. Like we got 3 games that came down to 1 goal in this series. That's exactly how this should be played. The officials stayed out of it. Let the players decide what was going to happen on the floor. Congratulations to the Wolves on a 2nd championship in a row. I believe this is their 2nd overall. So back-to-back champions. A great job by the Rapids on a phenomenal season, finishing first, unable to finish it off in the final, but they were one strong team that fought right to the last second. When you score 2 goals in under 40 seconds, you're a never-quit team, and that's testament to their coaching staff. So congratulations to the Wolves. We're going to have the trophy presentation here from the Commissioner Mike Hayes to the captains. I don't know if Puma's come back out of the room yet. I hope so we get to accept the trophy for them. He's been an unbelievable player for this team. Congratulations to all the seniors. I know this is their final game, but they have played unbelievable this whole year. Thank you all.
So, no, thanks so much, Brendan. As I say, congratulations to Sackville Wolves. As Jack DeLong is out there congratulating the boys now as our Wolves alumni. And
I see Cooper Puma is out there, has his knee taped. It was a knee injury. He's limping a little bit, but he's going to get a lot of time to rest up now, which he's happy about. He's going to, even though he didn't get to play that third, I know it hurts him internally, he's going to get to go up there and raise that cup. So it's going to be a big thing for him.
I see Steve Brown down there, the president of the Sackville Wolves, getting big hugs from the boys. Is Steve an icon of lacrosse in this province?
A legend in this province. He has done so much. Him, Wayne Fink, Bruce Hamilton, you got others. Steve's one of the originals that's still involved, and he's so involved. There's not many teams you would see the president of the organization come out on the floor and every player make sure they gave him a hug. That shows how involved he is and how much this means to him. So congratulations to him. He's such a great president and done a great job with this organization. I know he's proud of them, but he's one of those guys who takes no credit and will give it all to the players, but he's done so much to build this organization up. When I'd say about 11 years ago, the Wolves had a 0-win season. They had 3 0-win seasons in a row, and they've come back and built this organization to a championship caliber team, and will continue to be one of the strong ones going forward as they move on.
And with that, I think we'll leave it over for our Maritime Athletic crew to show the presentation. We'll be presenting the cup as the players get there. But as always, I hope you enjoyed this presentation of East Coast Junior Lacrosse League action as the season comes to an end here late in August as they get ready. And I believe their players will be heading on. Some players to the Canada Games, some players to the Founders Cup, is it?
The whole Rapids team is going to be going to the Founders. They start next week. There's a couple of players on the Wolves playing for the Junior Privateers, which is the Nova Scotia team that's in the Founders Cup. We obviously have the Nationals starting tomorrow here in Halifax. The Canada Games already going on. The girls are in their first game right now. I'm not sure what the score is, but obviously having some great action out there. So even though we say lacrosse, but I think yesterday you said lacrosse used to end July 1st. Yeah. We're still going in the middle of August and pretty much to the end of it. So it's really great. I'm glad this was an amazing season. Saw a lot of parity in the league, and the Wolves stand true as champions, which is unbelievable for them. Congratulations again on the amazing work they did this year.
This is always great to see too. All the parents out on the floor with the players. You don't see this in hockey because you can't put people out on the ice. But
no, and I'll note
it is a family.
This is the second time in the history that the female and male champion were from the same organization. So The Wolves female team obviously won, and 2 years, I think it was 2 years ago or 3 years ago, the Hurricanes also had both championships. So great to see when that happens. Just shows the strength of the organization.
And continually growing. So we'll pass this over as I see we got the mic out and the presentation of the cup. Thank you everybody for watching. Thanks for watching Maritime Athletic Profiles. And until next time, probably next season, can't wait for it to start all over again. Take care everybody. Have a great summer. Just stay out of the woods, please.
Thanks everybody.
Slurpees for everyone. All right, so it's good and loud. Hell of a competitor, St. John Rapids. Let's have them here in their dressing room. Big round of applause. Regular season champs, and they put the message out that they were coming this year, but somebody said not this year. So congratulations, Sackville Wolves, and I just had the pleasure of asking captain and captain